Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
From Katy Powers, Texas, Sun River, Oregon, Adelaide, South Australia, Athens, Greece, Ypsilanti, Michigan, Southern by God, Maryland. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now. Glad to have you with us on another fabulous week as we wind down to school. We got one more week with my little man here, and then he goes to school next week. And a lot of kids down here, at least in my part of the country, are already going back to school.
Too early.
So
Too early.
Well, it always has been, and it's crazy. Right before the broadcast, we've been jumping around trying to find a decent clip of the end of the CBS broadcast yesterday. I only laugh because apparently Nick Faldo, who is a legendary golfer and a legendary broadcaster with CBS, called it quits yesterday on not one of the bigger tournaments, but a professional PGA tournament. And at the end, I didn't see it, and a bunch of people were telling me about it. And then Oscar came into the show and
I'm not
said
a golf
that
fan. And
you're not even a golf fan, and said there's some great audio out there, and we were listening to different clips of it. It's his last broadcast, and apparently it was quite the emotional moment on this. The Mr. Soundtown didn't get it because I guess you just didn't know it was out there.
I didn't realize it. No.
Right. So we've got a clip of this is Nick Faldo, who is retiring, but they had Ian Baker Finch up there on the tower. They had Frank Nobilo up there in the tower, who's his co-broadcasters, and our friend and legendary tear jerk maven Jim Nantz, who loves the emotion of a moment like this.
And also, do you think part of the emotion that he loves is the fact that he's outlasted another one?
I don't think so. I think he's just he loves, he at the Masters when he says,
"Yeah, these are moments."
I think it's amazing, and if there's an emotional story, he will tell it. And I don't know a lot about the behind-the-scenes Nick Faldo. I know that, and I said this to somebody today, he became, like so many of these guys, he just evolved very quickly into a great broadcaster. And he was fun to listen to. And he was fun, and he was quick-witted, and, he's a genius golfer for a long time. And I love I love his type of British accent. It's fantastic. So without further ado, I don't know how long this goes on, but this is long. I'll play it as long as it's interesting to all of us. This is Nick Faldo and his last broadcast for CBS Golf. And if you didn't get a chance to hear it, take a listen right now.
You said one time, I'm not very often at a loss for words. I am now, except just to say, Nick, your final thoughts on this remarkable run.
I blew it.
He's crying.
You got it, mate. That was all ready. It's been a great journey.
You've always been ready, mate.
Wow.
We've been lucky. We've been very fortunate.
He's not able to
16
speak.
years.
Oh, dear.
People only knew.
Hang on.
The time that you get
Breathe.
to spend together.
Let's say you breathe. 5 seconds breathing. Okay.
You got this.
So I was in a boat in Ireland, and they gave me a call and said, how would you like to sit next to Jim Nantz? And literally fell out the boat. I really did. That was 2:06, and here we are 16 years later.
Wow.
It's been an amazing run. And Frank, Ian, I know you have a final word to say to this great man.
Yeah, it's been an amazing 16 years. It's been 40 years since we've known you, and lots of water under the bridge, and maybe a lot more water flowing down that East Gallatin River up in Montana with the fly rod.
Breathe.
Looking forward to it.
Nick, if it's about loving this great game,
Thanks
always
to all
done
the
that.
crew. You're as I affectionately and respectfully call you, the workers. They put the pictures out. We do the rattling. We have an easy job.
Rattling.
Thank you all.
Means a
I'm a
lot.
single child, and I've found at 65 3 brothers. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. Bless you.
Well, that's it.
You could only see what was in this tower. Just surrounded by his CBS
All
family.
right, Jim. All right, okay. I can't listen to Nancy
Jim
anymore.
would be a
Jim,
great. What do you think
Nick,
he'd be a good?
Nick, I
funeral-
want to make love to you right now. I do. By the way, as someone who has lost it on the air multiple times, I get it. I understand, how it works. And he was, I think when you make the transition from the PGA Tour player to broadcaster, you are still in the game with every week going down to the range, hanging out with the guys and doing that. So there's a finality to it when you finish a career like that. You're no longer going to be in the week-to-week game of the PGA Tour. And I think that's what it's all about. With athletes, there's something amazingly dignified about a professional athlete or a broadcaster giving a final sign-off. I think it's really, really special. I've only witnessed a couple, Don's, and unfortunately I wasn't there for Don's. But anyway,
we saw Buzz's. That was memorable.
Yeah, but Buzz...
Not really. He said, I'm retiring, and then he started a new broadcast network.
Yeah.
It was really awkward.
Yeah, so both those weren't... Rob, I'm not being cruel, but I mean, he kicked us out to retire.
Well, that's true.
And he was back on the air in a month.
So
anyway...
As far as Buzz, I don't remember either one, really.
Well, that's because you were drinking heavily.
You know which one I
was
remember?
sober during that time, during the day.
The late, God rest his soul, Sonny Uberoth from WYRE, 81 WYRE in Annapolis, Maryland. He was going to work, I believe, as an engineer for the Mutual broadcast system, and he got all choked up, and he was a guy that had been there for a long time, and he said, for WYRE, I'm Sonny Uberoth. And I was a baby at the time, and I'm watching this, and it was fascinating, and I'm sure... when my time comes, it'll be, I'll be a little verklempt, but, that's sad.
Mike, I think your sign-off voice will probably be read by Siri.
Siri.
Yeah.
Mike won't be here today. Mike is taking up
when Big O and Dukes went off the air, it's a rarity. I think it's still a rarity. Mike, you can actually clarify this. You probably know more people in radio than I do at this point. To say goodbye, right?
You don't
often get give you many chances.
Yeah, so most people don't realize that. But Big O and Dukes got a chance to say goodbye, and that was really sad. We're both 30 and 31 at that point, not knowing that we were going to launch a podcast, or I was going to be able to work with Mike to know what was going to happen. But 16 years, and to go out on your own terms and say goodbye, and with the respect and reverence from your peers, that's massive.
We got requested. I was respected enough in the hallways of WJFK to be asked to do a week of shows, and I respectfully declined.
Yeah.
I didn't want them. I didn't think it was something I wanted to give them, and I looked at it that way.
We did a final segment, though.
We did a final
segment.
Were
you surprised
recorded.
they allowed that? The recorded final segment?
No, I wasn't. No, I was not surprised at all, and that's what they did, and that it was prearranged. And I think really when the writing was on the wall, I was ready to get out of there.
Sure.
I don't look at that. I think there are too many anniversaries in broadcasting. I think there are too many award shows in broadcasting. I think there are too many real sign-offs. It's just and this is supreme respect to Nick Faldo, but that's a 16-year run. And when you see a 16-year run and then you see Vin Scully, there's a guy that maybe wanted to cry with that. But I think it was more than a broadcast sign-off.
Yeah, it was his sign-off
I'm not in the game of the PGA anymore, and that's all. And, it's sweet to see.
Did he say he played for 40 years?
He's been on the tour for a million years.
Wow.
He used to have some great battles. But it's also, it's not easy to do that because it's so quiet and it's so reserved that I think you're in a really tough position being a color analyst for the national golf telecast because you got to criticize these guys and then you got to interact with them. And it was just nice to see, Ian Baker Finch, who, by the way, says the teen numbers better than anybody I've ever heard. He's going to go back to 18. 18. He's going to go there to 18. There we are with 18. But it was and Oscar, I know you love that kind of stuff. That's why you made us aware of it. I heard about it. I didn't.
The broadcast teams that break up, like the broadcast teams that they don't break up, but that last and have chemistry. You don't have to be a fan of that sport. You can just watch them interact, like at NBA tonight, right? So when you watch that late night NBA show, you don't have to care about basketball. You look at the personalities.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Am I wrong to think of it that way, Mike?
I think you look at the personalities. I think absolutely. I mean, that's that's the way it goes, and
but the chemistry between the personalities.
Yeah, and
the chemistry between when you get a guy, you're talking now. It's Ken Venturi, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's Nick Faldo. So for Jim Nantz, he's had two guys that have done it for a really long period of time. And before Jim Nantz, there was Pat Summerall, who had a great run as well. You get these gigs, and I think I could see Jim Nantz where it's just like, we're really happy to be here.
When I heard Jim Nantz in that clip, it sounded like he was going to show him a selection of caskets. He sounded funereal.
Yeah, look, some guys have trouble, and there's I think the power of having to keep it together sometimes gets you even worse.
Yeah, you're right.
When you do that, when you live a life in front of the camera, as Nick Faldo has for 16 years, I think it really is an example of your family being out there, and you're there all the time, and it's hours and hours and hours.
The clip didn't just affect me from a broadcaster standpoint. I thought about us, shockingly enough,
right?
Because I was like, man, like these guys must have some sort of chemistry off and friendship off the air to feel this way on the air, right? We get to talk about our lives and how we interact and what makes us tick. But they're talking about golf. Right. So,
well, I think they all probably get along, except, of course, for Nantz.
Now, Nantz is probably great.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course.
No, you're not really, though.
I think he's probably pretty
Tell the truth. You're not really. You've always thought that there's something
I think
about
he is
Nancy
laser focused on the sport.
Very driven.
He might not be a social butterfly, is all I'm saying.
Like he might not hang out, and I think he has he has a like a par 3 golf course at his house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But let's say that Faldo's going out for a beer. You don't think he's coming along to that, do you?
I think maybe when these guys are on the road. Look,
I'll
back
have
in
one
the day,
Brandy Alexander.
I'd like the pink squirrel, please. Can you give me the pink squirrel? That's what it'll be. Back in Pat Summerall's day, he said he was the king of unwinding. I will never forget that quote where, Summerall would do it. As if anybody, goes out there, I think Nick probably, he probably gets out there and roars with some of the guys.
I would think so.
I don't know about Nantz.
That's
I think
probably
Nantz,
how you get the insight, right?
I think Nantz, flies back to be with Jameson and is the rest of his.
Nantz is more is more of a breakfast guy.
I don't know. Wouldn't you love? Can we get him back on to talk about Nick and Aldo?
So you can ask him.
Because I'd love to talk about that moment. Yeah. I think that moment. I'd like to know all about it. And by the way, if you remember the fact about Jim Nantz, this is. I think we confirmed this.
Yeah.
That he brings a Polaroid picture or a photograph.
A tiny photograph in his wallet.
A tiny photograph in his wallet of how he likes his toast, almost burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
So that they won't mess it up because he asked for it burnt and they never give it to him burnt.
It was a gift from his wife.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Now, getting back to reality, I have to jump in here and say you appear to be in a different world today.
Different location,
seem to be in front of a hammock of some kind.
This is a hammock.
I didn't know you were going away for the month. I thought you were going to be. I thought you were back in D.C.
It's technically
today.
a week, Tuesday to Tuesday, right?
Oh, Tuesday to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
I'll be back in the studio tomorrow.
Where are you now? Where are you?
I'm in Hyannis, in Cape Cod.
But you left us on Friday saying that
Boston.
The beach probably wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it didn't happen. They decided on Saturday afternoon, let's go to the beach house, and I said, this is great. What a treat. And we got in the car at around 5 p.m., and then got here in the evening, went out to dinner. It was a wonderful dinner.
How long of a drive is that?
An hour and 15.
Oh, that close?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Are the doctors in residence?
Yes, they are. They're inside the house as we speak.
That's wonderful. And I saw earlier, he's so aware as soon as I glanced at the monitor when Shannon was on camera in her bikini.
Yeah.
And he just hustled her off. He is so
shimmy her off.
protective.
Well, the shot was
like,
it was a peculiar shot because her bikini had no top straps.
She looked like she
and
was
we were just seeing shoulders.
T-O-P-L-E-S-S,
Yeah, she did
topless.
look W topless.
So let me, and this is totally, it's related, but it's a digression. So bear with me here. So a viral video, and I'm not TikToking, but I use those clips occasionally. I'll roll clips that appear as 10-second clips on Facebook, and I'll just go through them, bam, bam, bam. So here's the one that I'll tell you about, and you've seen a million of these. There's a dude comes with a pizza. He's a Domino's delivery guy, and inside the door appears to be a naked woman with a giant ball balloon in front of her body, and she says, and she hands him scissors. And then 15 minutes goes by where he's like, I've got something for you if you want to pop the balloon. And it's back and forth and back. Total like bait to just keep them people watching as long as they possibly can, right? And
the algorithm
merges.
TikTok has the most, advanced algorithm for social media out there. Even
to measure.
Not to measure, to actually give the user...
To target the user
with what they're interested in. The fact that you are, I've never seen that video, Mike. So your algorithm is giving you food and sex, right?
Mike, I've seen that video.
I have no food in my algorithm.
I've gotten that TikTok video before, but I always thought it was because
the black guy that comes in with the
I don't have
the pizza
that.
delivery box,
I believe
and the blonde at the door with the big balloon, and it
goes on forever,
and he's going back and forth. There might be, but what I'm saying is there might be a million of them like that.
It could be
because
I
they're
haven't seen
used
them yet.
to. Are they
lying.
designed? This is the question for Mr. Tech.
Yeah,
are they
bait.
designed to make you linger longer? Is
They
that
want you to
what that's all about?
If there's an outcome at the end, and you'll see wait till the end, you'll sit there and watch it. And most of these videos don't have fast forward functions, so you sit there and wait.
See, mine
and
did.
then nothing
I
happens.
skipped through, and she had like a money belt on.
Oh, okay.
With it was either underwear or a bathing suit, and she gave him the money for the pizza.
Oh, that's sweet.
Worth it for 15 minutes.
She wasn't T-O-P-L-E-S-S.
No. There's none of the real stuff. You know, there are
yeah,
other
but I mean,
places
they're just teasing you. Like,
how did the pizza man react to the reveal?
He wasn't a good actor, so it was kind of anticlimactic.
How did the
it wasn't
pizza
that
taste?
big a deal. They didn't eat the pizza.
No, I didn't eat the pizza.
So
I
what
feel
are
like
you?
that's a missed opportunity.
I'll share with you what is popping up on my YouTube feed when I go.
Oh, and the YouTube stories.
As far as you talk about the food and sex, I have categories where they say I have a lot of airplane takeoffs and landings. I have almost every time I look on it, I've got a place called Haulover Inlet, which is boats, incredible boats. Going through this amazingly rough channel over in Miami. Then I have a lot of track and field athletes competing, female track and field people that are competing like in what are the things?
Well, you're into fitness. That you share an account with your wife or something?
No. This is just me. I like looking at athletes.
Okay.
And so it's not steeplechase. That's horse racing.
Is it relay races?
No, what's where they jump over
the pole vault?
Oh, hurdles.
Pole vault.
Hurdles.
Oh, hurdle.
Oh, okay.
Female hurdlers, which are fun to watch. And then there's this particular Australian that warms up like this by shaking her head real. So that's what I see. And then let's see. I said takeoffs and landings. I have.
Do you get Carson stuff?
Yeah, but not as much as because I haven't watched it in a while.
Okay,
I get Jean-Pierre, the chef, and I now get a lot of Korean restaurants making steak. A lot of that. Anybody like to weigh in on what they have on their
my
YouTube?
feed right now, even YouTube and TikTok, it's similar. I get a ton of political stuff, probably because
Really?
Because of the time we spend working with
Like
it
news headlines, that type
news
of thing?
headline. I'll get. It's probably leading to my politics. I'll have the Lincoln Project. I'll have the Midas Touch. I'll have MSNBC. It'll all like sling through, right?
Right.
And then I'll have a ton of podcasts, like just clips from podcasts that are out there doing, including ours. I'll have the Podville Media TikTok up and running. I'll have a bunch of business talk, like of either talking about inflation to deflation, the economy. It's funny because my wife thought I was looking at bikinis on TikTok, and she picked up my phone because I guess there was a challenge on TikTok that said pick up your husband's phone and look through his TikTok feed and you'll know what he's into.
Right.
And she looked at she was let me try this, and she was laughing, and she's like, oh my God. She goes, you have 0.0 of a sex drive.
She was busting your chops for
She
it?
was busting my chops.
Really?
Wow.
I was like, I got low T. I've been telling you this forever.
All right, we're not going to listen anymore, Nick, are we? So I'll
No,
go.
we're good. We're
I'll
good.
go into
But you
my
see what I'm
YouTube
saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go in and see what
I have.
It was Loserville, USA. Not the politics, but like all of the DIY home stuff that I'll never do. And I will never work on. I don't even have the tools for. You're like, I can't believe there's a handheld pressure washer. Let me save this video.
I have.
So you don't look at the. Yeah, you get your stuff in other sources.
Yeah.
Well, there's a different level.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's not.
Yes. What about you, Rob?
I get a lot of talk show stuff. I guess because I watch the Carson clips. I get a lot of music stuff. I get thousands of Elvis clips because I'll chase that down. Podcast highlights. Oscar's mentioned those. I get those as well. And then stuff that doesn't make any sense, like here's roller skating freestyle. Don't know that.
Is it a dude or a celebrity?
It's
or a lady?
It's couples. It looks like.
Oh,
Nathan Fielder. I was watching him the other day. He's got a new show coming out, and he's the king of Nathan Fielder. He's the king of cringe comedy.
I don't know who he is.
My kids love him. They think he's the greatest. So we were watching some of that, and then this is auditions for the Office, and then it's pretty much what you'd expect: music, Elvis, but no food clips.
Well, no. What do you mean? What you'd expect? I wouldn't expect. What would we expect?
Yeah, you tell us.
I would think you would expect the Elvis stuff and the music stuff. I don't see any.
What's your
food
top
clips.
Elvis clip that shows up?
The top Elvis clip is singing "Stuck on You" in 1960.
Would you watch that?
I have watched it a dozen times. Yeah.
Oh,
not my favorite, but I have watched it. And then here he is singing "Relax." I believe that might be from Fun and Alcohol. No, It Happened at the World's Fair with one of his movie clips.
How about you, Pony?
Yeah, what do you got, you pervert?
Oh man, you don't want to know.
Well, this is the thing.
Well, we asked
Matt
because we want to know.
Mike, with respect to Matt, just when you think he's becoming a normal, adjusted human being into society, you see what his avatar is for his personal Gmail, and it's like some sort of anime character.
Oh yeah.
Is it a woman?
It's a woman anime character dressed scantily clad, and I'm like,
you can't even see clothing.
I know. Well, she doesn't look like she wears anything until you open up the picture.
What do you search for on YouTube, Pony?
Most of my YouTube stuff is either going to be like anime related or like anti-Trump stuff, mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I showed your InfoWars clip to my entire family.
You mean the bonus show one?
The bonus show where they're like, he's doing that without a machine. I said, this man's a genius. Watch.
I got a lot of good feedback on that, and when I do that, sometimes I regret we didn't put it out there for the entire world. But we had I think there was a little clip floating around with Alex Jones. And
Matt cut
there will
it,
be
and I
other
put it up.
trials.
Absolutely.
There will be other trials.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
In Connecticut.
I believe. In Connecticut.
They're coming up.
Go into Connecticut. But yeah, so I mean, it's interesting when you look at a broadcaster like Nick Faldo, and now that I see it on my feed, it is all over the place on my feed, along with the strangely enough, the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and the Army guards yelling at people at the Tomb of the Unknown.
Mike?
That's yes, sir.
Breaking news. Olivia Newton-John, pop singer and star of Grease, age 73, has passed away.
Oh, my God. Jesus.
Wow. I did not expect that at all.
Iconic.
Yes.
I thought she had passed away
How
already.
old was she, Rob?
73. 73 years old.
Wow.
Too young.
Thank you, Pony.
What else was she in?
Well,
What do you do with that, by the way? What do I do with that right now? I don't know what to do.
Well,
Where's Dawn?
I mean, it's really kind of easy to make the announcement, and then you talk about her.
All right.
You just
Yeah,
kind
what
of
else was
threw
she
that
in?
to us, and here we are, flat-footed. What am I? I mean, I don't. She was iconic.
In Grease,
you know.
she had a long string of #1
Yes.
records, and she was
Caught
in a
me by
horrible
surprise
movie.
on that, Rob.
Well, I was surprised as well. She was in the movie Xanadu, which was a horrible film, but she was sort of
Look her up.
a definite. Even though she was Australian, she had that American sweetheart sort of deal for a while, where she was the pure.
She was a heartthrob for a number of years. I remember that. I remember I played on the radio her hits. Let's Get Physical.
Oh, that was a
big
Huge.
flip for her when she did Hopelessly Devoted to You.
Yes.
That was another Olivia Newton-John song. The most famous duo when she was in Grease with John Travolta. That was massive. I'm missing a major hit. I know I am. I'm missing maybe her biggest hit. I can't remember.
Well, there was the early hits that sounded different. They were, for example. Go ahead, Pody.
No. I mean, I have the music from Grease, but we all know that. I want to pull that up again, right? The songs.
Right.
I know she had a pop hit, like a debut hit.
There's A Little More Love that was a big hit.
Physical?
Physical was probably her biggest hit, I believe. And then
Great
here's
voice.
an early one, Mike. Have You Never Been Mellow?
Yeah, okay.
Was
Adult
this a-
contemporary would be the
would this
format
almost
that
be
she
a
was in.
country crossover too, right?
I'm
maybe?
not sure.
There was a time when I was.
That's from 1975.
And I think probably her first big hit might be this.
1974.
Is that Let Me Be There?
Yeah. This is If You Love Me, Let Me Know. It's almost the same song.
As Let Me Be There.
Came when I was happy. in your
Grease fans
sunshine.
around the world will be sad.
Oh yeah. And she would occasionally.
British born. It says British born.
I thought she was
Australian raised singer.
Oh,
British
okay.
born
All right.
Australian. But she had health problems in recent years. I think
Yes.
she had breast cancer. I think she had other health issues, and that's kind of a surprise there. Did it say what she passed from? Was there any detail on that?
Looking as we speak. Mike, looking
saying
as we speak.
her 30 years sharing her journey with breast cancer, but
Yeah.
additional details were not immediately available.
A true advocate.
In 2017, it had returned and metastasized.
That's sad. Yeah, this is it's
55-year career.
Yeah.
Mike, let me ask you this. You said that you're getting old when you start seeing your heroes. And I'm not saying that clearly Olivia Newton-John was one of our heroes, but these are the contemporary, these are stars when we were younger, right? You start seeing that. But, I don't know. I feel like Olivia Newton-John, that's something that... But then you see Bruce Willis is sick. If Bruce Willis goes, then I'm going to feel like people are going,
Bruce
right?
Willis can't talk.
It's the reality. My sister hit me to it, and I really think it made sense. She was when Kathy was when she turned 60. She's 7 years older than I am. She over the next 3 or 4 years, they dealt with a lot of different issues with friends of theirs, and I said, "Man, oh man, it's been rough for you." She's that's turning this age.
Yeah.
You have to prepare for it. That's how it goes. And it gets. And I remember my mom used to talk about it, and people still, get. They don't realize it, but you get to a certain age, and suddenly, as far as celebrities passing, the idea of people like Gilbert Gottfried and people like Bob Saget, people like Louis Anderson, when it goes bam, 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 what the reality is, it's kind of an actuarial table, unfortunately, and that's the way it goes. People my age, a greater propensity. Now, when you talk about when so-and-so goes, when somebody passes away, it's going to affect you. You're in your 40s, Rob's in his 50s, and for both of you guys, it'll be a situation where it's going to, as the time goes by, it's just going to hit closer and closer to home, and that's just the reality. There will be the outliers, like people that live to be 100, like Vin Scully, and then there will be the people that we lose ridiculously young, where something happens or somebody gets sick. But the reality of that clock on the wall is something both of you, and I tell you both this, it will just become more and more and more of a reality. Now, the interesting thing about what I do is when I'm out down here with the guys at Happy Valley, I got a guy that I played golf with more than anybody this summer. He's 82 years old, and he's got the best attitude in the world, and he shoots his age.
Yeah.
Routinely. That's how good the guy is. But he's got this, this attitude that when you're next to him, you have to say to yourself, I wonder how much that has to do with creating that. Now, the meme that's floating around right now is there was a picture of Alex Jones and then some young movie star type guy that's close in the same age, or he's older than Alex Jones, and they talk about anger and hate. I don't know about that. I think ultimately it's lifestyle. And all the lifestyle changes that anyone can make out there. If you're still smoking cigarettes and you're listening to me, if you want to talk about the age machine, that is smoking. I really do believe that with all of my heart.
I'm going to quit next week.
You should start. Your lungs are fine.
It's
everything else.
That's the one thing that
by the
works.
way, did you tell us off air? Did you tell us on air? You got your MRI set and we're good for
MRI is
go
approved for August 18th. I'll have it that morning, so thank God. The doctor looked into it, and
he pulled it for you.
He did.
Your liver guy pulled it off.
He had to call the Cigna, and say, "Hey, this guy needs this." And there's a whole exception board set up. I was horrified at the notion that it's a common enough situation that my insurance company has a line set up for doctors to call in to skirt their
well, the good news is that they took care of that for you, and then hopefully we'll get a little more closure for you as we go forward. But the reality of it is there. And so, and unfortunately, the way I look at things, when you get somebody who's iconic like Olivia Newton-John, and you know that, if it's not your person, it's
hard
as
to
much
buy
as we
into.
hate any kind of celebrity passing away, there are, I think, every maybe 5 years or so, there's the celebrity that knocks us all for a loop.
Yeah.
I give you the Robin Williams of this world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where everybody gets affected by this. Olivia Newton-John will have her friends, and she will have her fans.
Anne Heche. We almost lost Anne Heche.
Oh, yeah.
That's a different story. Have you heard the latest on that? That they are using evidence to find out what really happened.
Did you see the video from the Ring doorbells?
Hold on a second. They are using the evidence from her podcast.
I don't know this. No, I don't know this.
To say that she was, she may have been inebriated. And when you hear, do you have that clip?
I do have the clip from TMZ. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so this is on her podcast. They don't know whether the podcast was indeed taped the same day that she had the accident. But if she did get in the car accident, and we wish her the best, I think she's gone from critical to stable condition.
Right, correct.
Ran into somebody's house, destroyed somebody's house, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. They have Ring doorbell footage from several cars, several houses on the street where
she goes
she's
stumbling
zooming by.
into this car.
Some of them
she's flying on the road.
She's flying in a residential area.
You hear it was like a movie style screeching of the car making turns.
I think it was a Cooper Mini, a blue Cooper Mini, and it just zips by. Yeah.
So 2 questions before we play this clip. When you hear it, gentlemen, I ask you to listen to this, and on a regular daily podcast, on the regular show, not one of our drinking shows, have any of us ever sounded like this? Roll it, Rob.
Welcome back to Better Together with Anna and Heather. File this one under fingers crossed.
And by the way,
there's no better title for this show.
They'd be shocked to know we are actually stone cold sober right now.
Except that we are sitting with refined. But wait, we each have a bottle in front of us because our friends sent us refined.
Wait,
and I think I even did a bad commercial for them when we were in the beginning of our days about let's say 64 episodes ago, and we did a terrible commercial.
Oh, it was not. It was fun.
No, it was a fun commercial, but we were like, oh my God, refined when we thought we were
if
like,
you're in Paso Robles, you should go
here
refined.
and there, and you should go there and here, and oh my God, it was terrible.
We didn't quite know how to do commercials.
We're better together.
This is the theme song.
That's your theme for her podcast?
Yes, Better Together.
I'm just trying to help you guys follow Dr. Rom's recommendations.
We did a wonderful episode.
So anyways, they sent us, Dr. Rom said that we should be drinking vodka instead of wine.
And we listened.
So Refined makes
Oh, my
vodka. They sent
God.
us vodka and we are
following
drinking their advice. Although if you look to the side, you might see
With wine.
And I don't remember her having this voice.
Well, it's party voice.
Yeah, it is.
That sounds
Guys,
like she's.
what's
at a party
the
voice,
what's the? My understanding is that she was famous. I remember her. Was she in Volcano, if I recall correctly?
She's in a couple of movies.
Yeah.
She was in a couple of
and
movies.
then is it is it true that she unfortunately was blackballed by Hollywood because she was one of the first to come out?
I think she had a relationship. Didn't she have a relationship with
With
Ellen?
Ellen,
Yeah,
yes,
for
she
a
did, she
lengthy
did.
one.
She
Yeah.
did.
And I think she may not have been blackballed because of her sexual orientation. I think she may have been blackballed because she had a reputation as being difficult to work with, but I have no idea. I haven't done a deep dive on that.
I remember the
but she-
breakup. I remember the
She
breakup.
sounds troubled on that podcast.
She was in
Yeah.
the remake of Psycho. She played the woman in the shower when they remade Gus Van Sant remade Psycho about 20
She's a
years
good
ago.
actress.
She is
She's
a good actress.
and I wish her the very
Also,
best, and I hope she recovers.
Has to be difficult seeing your ex-girlfriend rise to the level of fame, your partner, right?
Yeah.
That no one, like only a handful of people would ever rise to.
Yeah.
And then you see all of these architectural digests with Portia de Rossi, and you're like, well, I guess life's great for her. Like that's got to be tough.
I think we've got Ann Heche in the news, but I'm not sure. But we do have to break.
right.
So, yeah, lots to unpack during that. And safe home to Olivia Newton-John. Played a lot of her music over the years on the radio, and really an amazing, amazing talent. And she did do a lot of wonderful work raising awareness for breast cancer, and our best to her. We'll be right back.
A visit from an angry guest, trying to find a good contractor, and dating the same guy? It's all part of the fun on the latest bonus show. Here are some highlights.
Are you okay if I make crunchy noises?
I just want to say that I'm victimized. I'm scrutinized.
Call Jonah Hill. See if Jonah's heavy right now.
I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come in for a while now.
My story is I'm married, and my wife has access codes to everything I own.
My website was isshebetchcrazy.com. Yippee-dip-bye, yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yo, kaye.
There's anger in my pants right now.
Try one episode a month or more of the TMOS bonus show. Get that fifth hour of funny today at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Where the are my crab chips?
Thank you, Alex. Oscar brought that up, I think. Anyway, and we ran with it. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Back to school prep, wedding season, and the holidays are right around the corner. What do you mean they're right around the corner?
They are.
What are you talking
blink,
about?
if you
It's
blink,
August,
you'll
for
miss
God's
it.
sake.
Yeah, you know what? They've got the stuff in Costco all ready for Christmas.
Gadzooks. We're all cutting it close as we go straight from one thing to another. I have to tell you, big day in the house today. Change the old Harry's razor out.
Nice.
You know, I figured it's Monday. Might as well give it a try. They're incredibly sharp razors, and refills arrive in the nick of time. We're talking about Harry's. Harry's, the official sponsor of Cutting It Close. I am a Harry's guy for life. We all are. Amazing price point, blades that never seem to get dull, and the best shaving cream and body wash on the planet. Right now, you can get your Harry's starter set for just $3. Plus, you'll get a free travel-sized body wash. The set includes a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover. That's a $16 value for just $3. Worth the try. Just visit harrys.com/TMOS. Harry's has the highest customer satisfaction rating in the shaving industry. And they're still offering a no-risk trial. Don't like your shave? No worries, it's on them. No matter how busy things get, you can stay fresh with Harry's. Get your Harry's starter set today, and you'll also get a free travel-sized body wash. Just go to harrys.com/TMOS. That's harrys.com/TMOS. And thank you, Harry's.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage, and as you've obviously heard by now, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson have broken up. Sad, right?
Oh, tragic, right?
As usual, anonymous sources are here to tell us why it happened. Supposedly, it was the age difference. Pete is 28 and Kim is 70. No, I'm sorry. She's 41 and she has 4 kids. So they're in different places, man.
I think the anonymous source, most people agree, is Kyle Mooney.
It's Kyle Mooney from Saturday Night Live.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Saturday Night Live.
That she's got the 4 kids in distance is tough, right? The distance.
Well, not when you have nannies and private jets and more money
Mike,
than
I take it
Jesus.
all back. I take it all back. You're right.
Right?
I take it back. I take it back. I just look, the BDE is something I thought could hold longer than 9 months.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here's a quote from the anonymous source. I don't know why you quote an anonymous source and put it in there as a quote, but Pete is totally spontaneous. And give me the name of who would be the anonymous source, and I'll do the voice.
Oh God!
Do you have a favorite,
be
Oscar?
Alex Jones since our regular listeners didn't get Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Please, I'll have Alex Jones
as
be
the anonymous source.
Here's the problem. Pete is totally spontaneous and impulsive and wants her to fly to New York or wherever he is on a moment's notice. Kim can't do that. She doesn't have the bandwidth to do that.
Also, Kanye has reported been making things hard on Kim on purpose, of course, because he's so mature. Here's a quote again.
When Kim is with someone else, Kanye can cause problems with the kids. He tries to divide. He tries to conquer. He's a mess. He can't help it. Kim is a really dedicated mother, and her kids will always come first. She wants and needs harmony at home and in her life.
So are you blaming the age difference, Alex, or the kids?
It's the kids. I think that's what it is. I think it's what the kids are, what you have to do is you're managing children like that, and you have a man who's a man-child anyways, Pete Davidson. Skinny, tattoos, gets tattoos of all his girlfriends. The man is he doesn't have a nice moral compass as far as I'm concerned.
Is he on your side or the other side?
He's on the MSM side. Hey, straight media.
Pete won, though, right? If you think about it, Pete won with the clap that the Kardashians gave him.
Mike, you're right. He always wins.
I was going through his Rolodex. It was Ariana Grande, and I was looking at the picture. It's like a woman
Kate
after woman.
Beckinsale.
He has the skill set. To see it. And why? If you had that at 28 years of age.
Well, that's why Kim went on a date with him.
Yeah,
she said that she was curious about. And look, who put us on to that? The BDE. It was Maddie.
It was Maddie.
Our old producer.
Absolutely.
She said there's something about him. I was like, I don't know what it is. I thought
Did my lightning strike in Florida affect your audio quality in Massachusetts?
Oscar, I think you're a little hot again, man.
I turned down my gain to you. It should be. I don't know what Matt's doing on your end. Do you want me to go lower?
Pony?
Can you bring that microphone just a little bit further from your mouth there?
Okay. Better?
And I'll bring your level up.
Is this better?
Oh, that's much better.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay, thank you. My apologies.
Thank
yeah,
you. By the way,
feel,
Oscar and I can't be always the ones to speak about this. Okay? Rob and Pony, you have to speak up when we hear the same stuff. Please, help me out. Just try to do that. Mike Tyson doesn't approve of Hulu's upcoming biographical series, Mike. I thought that was mine.
I was going to say, it's about you, right? It's the first movie about you since The Mimic.
No, I guess it's The Mimic. It was simply Mimic, Rob, not The Mimic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mimic. That's why I could never find it on
I was so
Hulu.
excited, and then it's like about aliens and bugs coming out of people's chests. Mike was inspired by his life, but was produced without his permission. Tyson had expressed his displeasure when the show was announced as well, and is also working with Jamie Foxx, Antoine Fuqua, and Martin Scorsese on an official biopic. I didn't know
really?
That. Cool.
Scorsese?
Hulu's Mike stars Moonlight breakout Trevante Rhodes as Mike Tyson and is described as an unfiltered and unbiased exploration of the boxer's controversial life. So Mike says,
don't let Hulu fool you. I don't support that story about my life. It's not 1822, it's 2022. They stole my life story and didn't pay me. The Hulu's executives, I'm just an N-word they can sell in the auction block.
Wow.
Hulu's the streaming version of the Slave Master. There you are.
Wow.
Hulu.
Which do you hate more, Mike? Hulu or prison?
I think overall, when I look back at my experience, it'd be prison.
Really? What did you hate about prison?
It's, things you see, you go in there, guys genitals.
Yeah.
Sometimes
see that on Hulu too.
Don't you?
Okay, here's a new term. Oscar might know it. I didn't. Benching. Familiar with it?
Oh, I don't.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm lost.
Good. I love this. It's more commonly known as leading someone on, stringing them along, putting them on the back burner, or doing anything you can to keep them interested in you, all without putting any emotional or physical labor into a relationship with them. Essentially, you've been benched if the person you're interested in doesn't commit to you, but instead ignores you until it's convenient for them to reach out. Instead of dumping or ghosting you, they'll simply bench you for potential later use. Here's a quote from a woman who was benched.
Okay.
And I quote, I recently went on a great first date. No, I'm sorry. That's Alex Jones. I recently went on a great first date with a guy who even texted me afterward to tell me he'd like to do it again. But now it's been months, and that second date has never happened. However, he keeps texting me every few days, liking my social media posts, and direct messaging me on Instagram, all with the purpose of keeping me interested. And now I realize I've been benched.
Yeah.
So there it is.
That's the friend zone, I thought, right? Is that the updated version of the friend zone when you're basically on the back burner, and whenever someone breaks up with someone, they'll call you just to have a good time?
I don't know if it's a back burner because it seems like this is more strategic. Because, the liking of the post is not anything committal. It's just keeping them on the hook a little bit.
Like leading them on until you
don't
have
have
time.
direct interaction, but you're there. You will like a post occasionally.
Yeah.
You'll text and say hi. It's kind of what I do with Stephanie Larson.
Got it.
Moving
On the
right
bench.
along here.
She has been benched.
Well, I love you, Stephanie. It was just the name I pulled out of my hat. Here's one thing, House of the Dragon, which, by the way, I'm not a nerd, but I'm looking forward to. House of the Dragon, the prequel to Game of Thrones. Here's one thing House of the Dragon has in common with the original GOT. Apparently, it's a ton of sex.
Oh, okay.
Matt Smith, the Doctor Who veteran who stars as Prince Daemon Targaryen in the HBO prequel series, got candid about his character's intimate scenes in the show with Rolling Stone UK. He personally thinks there's slightly too much of it all. This is
so
manufactured like you would not believe. Oh,
did Tom Hanks write
too
this?
Much, yes, this is tough. Here's the question. Yeah, no, here's his quote. All right.
You do find yourself asking.
No, I'm sorry. That's Alex Jones. What am I doing?
It's great.
He'd be great in that new show, though.
Enter House of the Dragon.
Yeah, didn't you think that was a Chinese restaurant, Alex?
I'm here to tell you that Prince Daemon Targaryen doesn't have a chance. All right, he's part of the MSM.
See, here's what he says. You find yourself asking, do we need another sex scene? Smith said. And they're like, yeah, we do. I guess you have to ask yourself, what are you doing? Are you representing the books, or are you diluting the books to represent the time we're living in? And I actually think it's your job to represent the books truthfully and honestly as they were written. So he's a legitimate bitch. It's not like a phony thing. When asked if he has his fair share of bedroom scenes, he replied, yeah, slightly too much if you ask me. So it's not that big a deal, but I say bring on the SES. Come on.
Yeah.
True to the books.
But it is so manufactured, Mike. It is manufactured. A little too much, if you ask me.
Oh, well, so how'd you like doing the Dragon prequel? Oh, my penis is exhausted.
Time and a half.
And now a very, very stupid kicker. My apologies.
That's all right.
It's Monday. I did the best I can. Here goes. An athlete named Alberto Nonino was running in a 400-meter race in the World Athletics U20 Championships in Colombia last week when his penis popped out of his shorts. It kept happening. It kept popping out during the race and slowed him so much down that he finished D, as we like to say in golf, DFL. Do you know what that means, Rob?
I would say dead effing last.
That's correct.
Thank
Very
you.
good. And so that's all I have. Just a little song to take us in to the break right now. All right? Alberto Nonino had a problem with his Pino. You've never seen such a crazy little weeno. What is wrong with me? I'm so sorry.
Why would you apologize for that? That was masterful.
It was early. It was like 5:45. I don't know what I was doing. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
There's a book about him that Rob is obsessed with.
Obsessed with.
And we will do that when we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show. Ladies and gentlemen, two guys, Jim Amato and Mark Riddell, who are friends of the show, and fans of the show and have been good friends to us for years and years and years. And they take not only the spirit of this show, but they take clips from this show. They take ideas. They are incredibly prolific with the promos they do for this show. And they do it at no additional cost to this show, which I think is an amazingly kind thing that they do to make our product sound more fun and more delightful. So to Jim Amato and to Mark Riddell, Twitch and Jim Amato, thank you guys for all the work you do and making, what we used to do in-house so wonderful each and every day. The energy you guys put into that and the quality you put out and the fun that you have with it. And that you get the joke better than anybody gets the joke, even better than we do sometimes. Yeah. To Jim Amato and Mark Riddell, God bless you guys, and thank you. I wanted to say that. I've been probably wanting to say it for quite some time. Summer is here, and that means we're spending more time outside and less time in the kitchen, and Freshly's new lineup of their effortless in-season meals gives you more time to enjoy summer. Don't waste your time inside shopping and cooking. Take advantage of the good weather and Freshly's special summer sale. Sorry, the upper plate slipped on that one. Now you can get $125 off across your first 5 orders. With Freshly, you are not stuck with fast food chains or frozen dinners. Freshly provides delicious, effortless, balanced meals without having to sacrifice your summer moments. They're designed by nutritionists, prepared by chefs, then delivered right to your door. I love that they're delivered fresh, not frozen, and they are always delicious. The steak peppercorn is amazing. Oscar loves it. Freshly is wonderful. Is there anything besides the steak peppercorn that's on your menu right now, Mr. Oscar?
The sausages
Santana?
are amazing.
Sausages.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Make summer dinners stress-free with Freshly right now. You can get $125 off your first 5 orders at freshly.com/TMOS. That's $125 off freshly.com/TMOS. About maybe 3 weeks, maybe almost a month ago, Rob Spiewak said, I got a little story about Harvey Weinstein, who really arguably was the catalyst for the entire Me Too movement.
Oh, right at the very front of it.
Accurate?
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
I think so. And he went to jail, rightly so, still in jail. Last time we saw him, I think he was like on a walker, pretending he was really hurt when he probably wasn't. But what is this? Where did you find it, and what is it?
This is a book that is out. It's by a New Yorker magazine critic, media critic. His name is Ken Oletta. And the book is called Hollywood Ending, Harvey Weinstein and the Culture of Silence. And it gives more details into this ugly culture that he used to victimize so many people. And there were certain things that I found quite interesting.
About Harvey?
Yes. The author, who is 80, told Fox News that...
He's 80?
The author is 80.
The guy that wrote the book,
yes,
80 years old.
So he's been around a while.
How about that?
It says here, quote, Harvey Weinstein had some notion in his head that his body was attractive, despite witness testimony that he smelled of feces, had genitals scarred to a point where they looked like a vagina, and had a back full of uncomfortable blackheads.
Oh, God almighty, that makes me ill to even hear about that.
People.
Yes, it's really gross.
Man.
God. So this guy believes that in his mind, Harvey, who looked like a pockmarked Shrek.
Yeah, on his best day, without all of those details, he still wasn't a good-looking guy.
Right.
Yeah.
God, how horrible.
Hey, here's something else that
horrible.
When a testimony was given in 2020 about a previous encounter, the victim testified that his genitalia was so deformed and that he shot his penis with an erection drug treatment moments before the encounter.
Deformed?
Yeah, it looked so bad that it resembled a vagina somehow.
Well, that's what's in
the book. That was the testimony. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get it.
The fact that he had to have performance enhancing drugs, it's just so creepy at the next level where this wasn't even a natural urge for him. It was about something else.
Yeah, and also
like power, maybe.
It was a power situation. It was just terrible.
The victim further says, the first time I saw him fully naked, I felt he was deformed and intersex. He had extreme scarring that I didn't know if maybe he was a burn victim, but that didn't make sense. He does not appear to have testicles, and it appears to be a vagina.
Is that all you got?
Well, that's pretty much. They also talk about, let's focus on the fact that he really did think of himself as, and a quote again from the book, God's gift, a Don Juan, who spoke to multiple film studio employees and the former producer's business partner and brother, Bob Weinstein, for the expose. I don't think I got anything out of Bob. But the very fact that the man smells like poop is really not.
So nothing other than that. That was it.
Well, that's what they're spinning the book on right now. Yeah, but it's
disgusting.
We can agree though that how many accusers do you have? He has 30 plus, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken,
dozens.
It's when this all started happening, and then you heard about the Cosby situation, where you're like, in a world of smartphones, you start to think of yourself like, I hope this is a cautionary tale for anyone out there to understand that they will be held accountable, right?
Of course.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
You know, I want to get back to what you said, though, about enhancement and having to, where it didn't come naturally. Because didn't you, I know I did, that in the back of, when I'm reading everything about Harvey Weinstein back in the day.
I think that this guy's got some issues.
I was saying to myself that this was a predator who just was insatiable, and it wasn't that. What it was this is just what he did because he could get away with it. If he had to enhance himself like that, he was just such a monster. It makes it so much worse to me.
It does.
That he did this just to do it. You know what I mean? And just
I like your
power,
theory about the
absolute power.
The absolute power.
It's
I think that's
disgusting.
it. And that's how you that is often attributed to people like movie producers.
What's the book called?
The book is called Hollywood Ending: Harvey Weinstein and the Culture of Silence.
Okay. It's just amazing to me. I mean, really, the culture of silence is what, empowered him, and he was the guy. You go back and you look, there are compilations out there on YouTube where you see the people that are standing on the dais thanking Harvey Weinstein, thanking Harvey Weinstein, thanking Harvey Weinstein. And then to have this, but then when you get behind the scenes and you hear some of these, I thought there were a lot more facts about it, but just stunning, really. I mean, that he did this.
The very physical. It takes somehow a despicable notion and makes it even worse, which is just so horrible. Ugh. Yeah.
Well, that's it. We got to take a break. We will come back and do something else on the Mike O'Mara Show. Let's take a little powder here, and then we'll
palate
figure
cleanser
out what to do after that segment. We'll be right back, everybody. I'm Mike O'Mara.
The fields and stadia across America are silent for the moment. However, on practice fields, the teams are beginning their march towards glory for a shot at the championship in Glendale, Arizona this coming February. Another football season is on the cusp. And a solitary figure is in the West analyzing the statistics, schedules, and teams, ready to make his voice heard. The prognosticator of Pahrump is returning.
In the no, baby!
This fall on The Mike O'Mara Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. We all love Rothy's, the best shoes in our closets. And whether it's the RS01 sneakers, the driving loafers, or the Chelsea boots, you're going to love them. They're insanely comfortable, and you can wear them with anything from sweats to suits. Rothy's feel broken in right out of the box. They are machine washable, and they are knit with 100% recycled materials. Even the sneaker laces are made from recycled plastic water bottles. No wonder Rothy's best-selling men's shoes get a 5-star review from almost every customer. To top it all off, the driving loafer was just named one of Time Magazine's 100 Best Inventions of 2021 in the style category, calling it an ideal shoe for the late pandemic era. Step into something fresh with the Summer Edit from Rothy's. With new products for men and women, you can snag shoes for yourself or someone you love. For a limited time, get $20 off your first purchase at rothys.com/TMOS. That's $20 off at rothys.com/TMOS. Well, I want to hand it to a particular company that's out there, ladies and gentlemen. I've been speaking about them before, and I'm speaking about them now, and that is a place where, well, simply next to Maine, the best darn blueberry pancakes you can get anywhere. I'm talking about my friends at Cracker Barrel. I love Cracker Barrel. I truly do. It's just they're having a bit of a problem right now because the Cracker Barrel people are introducing, what's it called? It's a new kind of sausage that is a plant-based protein. I think it's called Impossible.
Yeah.
And Impossible sausage is what they are now offering. And you would say, if you were a patron, if I was a patron, I was going, well, it's nice to have an option, right?
Yeah.
An option if you don't want to have the pork fat. But that's not really the case with our friends right now at Cracker Barrel because there is a. Did we just lose Oscar?
I think so.
I'm still here. If someone's bringing me a charger, my apologies. I can still hear you guys.
Okay.
Please continue.
All right.
A question, Mike, about the blueberry pancakes, because you schooled me on blueberry pancakes when we were in Maine. You took me to a place that makes them right. I would think Cracker Barrel would be more in the IHOP category of like gummy,
because they
syrupy blueberries.
They put the blueberries in the pancake, which is a main
That's
thing,
perfect,
as opposed to compote, which is crap, which they put on top of it at IHOP. And they give you, even though they're small little bottles, they give you as many as you want, real maple syrup, which I think is a nice thing for Cracker Barrel.
Oh, wow.
But let me read you with this. Cracker Barrel's Country Tranquility and was apparently shattered on Monday. That's today when the chain announced on Facebook that customers could put on their breakfast plate a plant-based protein as replacement for their traditional bacon or smoked sausage. Discover new meal frontiers, Cracker Barrel said. Experience the out-of-this-world flavor of Impossible sausage, made from plants. So you would think good, right? It's going to be a... So here are some of the comments made by the patrons of your local Cracker Barrel.
All right.
All the more reason to stop eating at Cracker Barrel.
Oh.
This is not what Cracker Barrel was to be all about, one person. Well, I just lost respect for a once great Tennessee company, another injected. If I wanted a salad, I would, in fact, order a salad. Stop with the plant-based meat crap, wrote a third. And then somebody writes, oh, noes. Nose spelled N-O-E-S. Oh, noes. The Cracker Barrel has gone woke. It really is the end of times.
Why do
So
people
are pissed
care?
off.
They're not being forced to eat it. It's not being put on their plate instead of real pork fat. Why
I
are they so upset?
Well, the liberals weighed in, too.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Cracker Barrel Old Country Store. Why? If you want to know what the left is stereotyped a little bit, too, well, the quote like this, if it really came
Can
from
you give
somebody on the left.
an appropriate voice for that quote, Mike?
Thank you, Cracker Barrel Old Country Store. You understand the direction the world is going. Whether you are doing it for marketing, profit, or personal reasons, the vegans appreciate that there will be less suffering in the world because of your choice to offer cruelty-free food. Oh, I forgot the cruelty. It's not just I think of plant-based as more of a protein that's good for you as opposed to, well, they're not out there killing all the...
Well, it's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had the Impossible Burger at Burger King. It's great. Still has a lot of calories, though. It might be healthier.
Did you like it, though?
It was delicious. The Impossible Burger 1 was terrible, but 2, the second 2.0, that version is phenomenal.
Julia had an Impossible Burger at my dad's place last weekend.
Here's another comment from the left. Lone Star tick disease is spreading, and some of you yahoos are going to have to eat some metaphorical crow with your vegan sausages after the ticks make you allergic to meat. One person wrote, referring, boy, there are a lot of people out there.
You can't eat crow if you're a vegan?
And then and then another person writes, imagine getting upset because a menu option exists at a restaurant. Relax, Trumpers. So, anywho, a spokeswoman, and that's nice. See, they're woke. A spokeswoman for Cracker Barrel sent a statement to the Washington Post. By the way, this is in the Post style section.
Yeah.
We appreciate the love our fans have for our all-day breakfast menu. That is so corporate speak.
True or
That
false,
is such
Mike?
corporate speak.
True or false that the Cracker Barrel spokeswoman is named Granny?
Oh, my God. We appreciate the love our fans have for... Why do I now I'm morphing into baby Billy Freeman, you know?
Yeah.
We appreciate the love our fans have for our all-day breakfast menu. At Cracker Barrel, we are always exploring opportunities to expand our guest experience breakfast. and provide choices to satisfy every taste bud. Whether people want to stick with traditional favorites like bacon and sausage or are hungry for a new nutritious plant-based option like Impossible Sausage. I'm Baby Bobby Freeman, Baby Billy.
Uncle Baby Billy.
Let's see. So anyway, that's
I don't think they
Cracker
serve
Barrel in the culture war.
I bet they don't serve Impossible Meats at that restaurant where all of the gemstones go after church every week. You know, in that upstairs room.
Yeah. If Cracker Barrel had an upstairs room, the gemstones would hang out there.
Of course they would. Yeah.
By the way, for those of you that might not know, if you've never been in one, if you've never been in one, try it this weekend.
All right.
I absolutely
I've never
love
been,
it.
Mike.
Founded in 1969 in Lebanon, Tennessee, Cracker Barrel is a publicly traded company with more than 660 stores in 45 states. Boy, I want to go tonight.
Isn't it amazing?
I want to go tonight. I really do.
To think that in the northeast part of our United States in 1969 there was Woodstock, and in Tennessee they founded Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel.
It truly is a
50-year
melting
history.
pot. Yeah.
By the way, would anyone like to know, based on our trip to the Millers, where Mark made short ribs and a potato, where he mandolin sliced the thin slices of potato, then compacted it, and then stored it overnight, and then fried it in duck fat. It was the most delicious potato dish I have ever had. But when the O'Maras drink on occasion, they go to the one extra location. So I do not know, nor am I proud of the fact that Mrs. O'Mara turned the car towards Culver's after we left the Miller's house. And we had a butter burger. And got on the scale, all right, this morning after the Millers, all right, after I was very heavy. 4. Who had 4 in the poll?
Wow.
4 pounds.
Wow.
4 fat man pounds.
That's the duck fat right there.
I know. That's the Culver's after we
second
ate a
meal.
perfectly satisfying
Did you have a duck
meal.
fat concrete at Culver's?
All right. So let me just say, Robin, I'm sorry about this booze reference, but I
That's
have to
all right,
share with
Mike.
you.
I used to drink, Oscar, you see.
He is an amazing host. He catered. He knows, not only is he a radio personality, but he knows how to cater as well.
Yeah.
At one point, towards the end of dinner, we had, he made me an old-fashioned, absolute stellar one, fantastic with the big giant ice cube.
Nice.
Which I asked for a second one, which I brought to the dinner table. At dinner, they poured wine, a glass of wine. And there was a little bit of the old-fashioned left. There was a little bit of the wine left. And then he poured with his bananas Foster that he made tableside.
No kidding.
He poured a little after-dinner wine, dessert wine, as they call it, in a very specialty little cup. And then looked over at me and he said, "Can I get you something to drink?" As all 3 drinks were in front of me. I said, "No, I'm doing fine. Everything's okay." So anyway, if you want to go to Cracker Barrel and enjoy their Impossible Sausage, I say go to it.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yes.
Salute.
Evolve.
You know, and I think frankly, this is because Mike O'Mara went there a couple of times over the summer. That's what it is.
You brought your wokeness to Cracker Barrel?
You're the catalyst?
Yeah.
I'm the catalyst for Cracker Barrel. I'd like to go tonight, but Carl will say, "No, you're on a diet." Oh, F it. We have to take a break, and we will come back with the Town of Sound with Rob Spiewak. Oscar is back with us in sunny Hyannis, and everything is right with the world. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back after this, ladies and gentlemen.
The Lord loves you. That's why you cry. Buseyisms. A dog eating grass means the holidays are here. Buseyisms. A broken rake is a kitchen necessity. If you know the secret, Buseyisms. Hello, dear people. This is Gary Busey. I played Buddy Holly, but now I offer wisdom. Do you have thoughts you want to share? Then you should be a TMOS talking head. Just email Rob at MikeO'MaraShow.com and you can find yourself on a Zoom call with the 3 wise men of TMOS. Include a phone number and get ready for fun. TMOS Talking Heads. More fun than a Cincinnati margarine rally with extra Red Hots. Buseyisms.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. By the way, TMOS listeners today, lightning hit in Southwest Florida.
Yes.
Battery crash in Hyannis, Massachusetts, and we have chugged along and brought you this fantastic show today with all the things to think. In a previous incarnation of this show, we would have melted down with those kind of problems. And I'm here to say we chugged along, and it's still just our little crew, our little skeleton crew, powering through all those problems. Proud of it. Way to go. Summertime is a great time for families to learn and explore together. KiwiCo delivers monthly crates full of science and art projects, perfect for kids of all ages who want to keep their imaginations active all summer long and get them away from the computer and the phone screens. Build stomp rockets and kites, explore the science of trees, or engineer your own coin-eating robot. Your child will have fun learning with super cool hands-on projects delivered to their door every single month. KiwiCo gives them the tools to learn new skills, build new experiences, and make new connections to the broader world. Plus, KiwiCo has something for kids of all ages, and you can pause or cancel anytime. Michael loves KiwiCo, and I love watching him discover new things. Make summer a new learning adventure every month with KiwiCo. Get 50% off your first month plus free shipping on any crate line with code TMOS at KiwiCo.com. That's 50% off your first month at KiwiCo.com. Promo code TMOS.
We call this stereophonic sound.
Soundtown.
Mike, we go back a long way, and you know I'm a big fan of jingles, be they radio jingles or commercial jingles. And when a great jingle rears its head, I feel we should call attention to it.
Okay.
And this one was brought to me by Matthew Ponyboy Bloom. It's a local company, and it's just fantastic.
I apologize ahead of time. This will be stuck in your head.
Mike, it's the commercial for Deckman.
Deckman, great memories with a nice deck. Deckman, hire us, there will be no regrets. Resurfacing all the restorations, replacements, and so much more. We don't build just decks, we build memories. Make your memory a good one. Deckman, count on us, we offer best prices. Call Deckman now or visit Deckman.com.
Not a single rhyme. Not a single rhyme in the entire jingle.
And I will remember Deckman forever. I will. And by the way, we can mock all we want. They work.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
They
Who
work.
do you
I am
think sang
already.
it?
Deckman is right here. Simple. Deckman. 2 syllables. Deckman.
Deckman.
Thank you. I don't want to hear it again, though. Thank you very much. I don't want to blow it up. I like it. I don't want to kill it. Not
Mike,
the first day.
They're not just making decks. They're making memories.
Making memories, yeah, with your resurfaced deck.
That's right. Deckman.
Fantastic. By the way, if you're not a snob, use a composite material.
Yeah.
Just
yes.
as a veteran of many deck incarnations,
Trex.
The composite, the Trex, well, if you want to go totally highline, there's some knockoffs now, Oscar. that you
Really?
can go
I mean,
with.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think Trex is the gold standard.
Yeah, I
and
made
the most
my
expensive.
deck out of water bottles.
Rob actually melted them and weaved them
I did.
together. It was spectacular. It was
Mike,
great.
That's hilarious.
Really just a good guy when all is said and done. Pete Rose.
Oh, God. I had no idea about this other. I thought it was just the gambling. I really did. What, isn't Pete Rose 100 years old now?
He
or
is,
something like
but
that?
I'm not going to focus on the allegation.
Jesus. But I didn't know that there was also the sexual. He's just a God.
I know.
He's such a dick.
Well, they had a celebration this weekend for the Phillies, celebrating their last, I guess, one of their last World Series win. He was part of the team.
Okay.
And they had him up in the booth. Now, Pete Rose knows a lot of things, but he doesn't know that they don't have a 7-second delay on a ball game. So here's Pete Rose in the booth with the Phillies.
I said, Tony, congratulations. What did you hit? And Tony says, Joe, I hit a high fastball.
He has the F word?
No, Joe didn't know what to say. Joe said, no shit.
That's looped out to right field.
You changed the subject real quick on that loop out to right field.
I'm just describing the action.
Pretty sure we don't have a 7-second delay. So,
and then
did he say like the cock-a-doodle-doo?
Yeah, that's how high the fastball was. And then he said no S. And then they threw it to commercials.
Deckman, great memories with a nice deck.
All right.
Deckman.
Now, I want to clear this up. Despite what Mrs. Bryant said, Luke Bryan did not break his finger at the amusement park.
He didn't?
He
I read
did
all
not.
about it all over the weekend.
I know. She put out a tweet, I believe it was, that Mrs. Bryan, I think her name might be Caroline
Rob,
Bryan.
excuse me. This Luke Bryant specific segment is brought to you by one of our new sponsors on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Deckman, great memories with a nice deck.
Great memories with a nice
That's
deck.
it. Send me that one. That's right. Great Deckman. Deckman, great memories with a nice deck.
Deckman, great memories with a nice deck.
It says crate, not even create.
No, yeah, it's create, but he said create.
Great.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
So Mrs. Bryan, I think her name is Caroline Bryan, issued a thing saying they went to an amusement park. She twisted her ankle.
Is this his mother or his wife?
His wife. His
All right.
wife. That she twisted her ankle and that he broke his finger on a roller coaster. Well, obviously, she didn't clear this joke with Luke because he has this very stern reply on Instagram.
I did not break my finger, and I did not break my finger at a roller coaster park. My finger's not broken. Please stop reporting that it's broken.
Deckman, great memories with a nice deck.
He sounds testy.
Doesn't he sound pissed?
Well, he's like, enough
That's
of
the
this
real
nonsense.
Luke. That's the real. That's
I
the
did
real
not
guy.
break my finger, and I did not break my finger at a roller coaster park. My finger's not broken. Please stop reporting that it's broken.
Yeah,
I like this better than anything we've ever played. You see that he
play it
does
again
have some
one more
passion.
time, and I want this to stand.
I did not break my finger, and I did not break my finger at a roller coaster park. My finger's not broken. Please stop reporting that it's broken.
Please.
Get bent.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, thank you.
If you're ever flipping around TikTok and you see a female impressionist, there's one thing you can count on. They're going to do Jennifer Coolidge from American Pie. They're just going to do that voice.
Is that the band camp girl?
No, that's the Stifler's mom. Stifler's mom.
Oh, all right.
And she just issued an interview where she said she is so glad she made the American Pie movies, and she explains why.
I was so happy for American Pie and the MILF thing, but also first time Emmy thing. What an honor! I got a lot of play of being a MILF, and I got a lot of sexual action from American Pie. Just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just talking about, there were so many benefits to doing that movie. I mean, there were about like 200 people that I would have never had slept with.
Deckman, great memories with a nice deck.
Holy yes.
Wow.
So she's had sex with 200 people since American Pie came out.
That's God bless her.
Yeah.
I don't remember I wish I could put a face with that.
She's
voice.
also
I
in
don't.
Best in Show.
Yeah, and Legally Blonde
she's
too.
the silly actress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Mike, we lost you.
Oh, no.
We don't have your audio. Did you hit a wire?
Yeah, he's still connected.
Yeah,
still connected.
I can hear you. I can't hear Mike, but I can hear the studio in DC.
Yeah, Mike is disconnected.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Oh, there
Oh,
you
there
go.
you
We're
are.
back, baby. We're back. We're back.
What happened?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, it was something that he
We
wiggled.
lost you again.
Now you're gone again. No, not yet. We'll let you
Stay
know when we hear you.
tuned.
Stay tuned. Oh, there, hold
Yeah,
it. It's
better?
that wire.
Hello?
It's this wire?
That's
yeah,
the wire. That's the
we've
wire.
got you. We've got you.
No,
Now we've lost you.
You're gone now.
Now?
Now we
you're
have
here.
you.
You're there.
No.
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 No. Man,
No, not yet.
let's FedEx this man something tomorrow.
You know
Today
who could,
for tomorrow.
You know who
Do you
could-
have me now?
I have
yes,
you now.
we have you now.
All right. Yeah, please send me one. I need
I'll
one
call you.
desperately.
Yeah, you know who could
All right,
fix that
thank
for you.
Deckman,
Thank God for
memories with a
Deckman
nice
saving
deck.
the show. What a day. What a day. We've done
I
better
know.
under these.
We're
you know,
doing the
I mean,
best.
really.
So
The only really problematic segment was the Harvey Weinstein segment.
Yeah,
Just
that
kidding,
was
Rob.
out of the blue.
Anyway, go ahead. That's fine.
in Alabama, they have a minor league baseball team called the City Trash Pandas.
Is that like the flying nut squirrels?
Yeah,
or whatever that
the
was?
flying squirrels of Richmond. I think trash pandas are the Rocket City Trash, but Trash Panda is a raccoon, I believe. And they had, like at the game I went to in Richmond, they had fireworks after the game. However, they weren't all aimed up in the air. Some of them came shooting towards the crowd.
Oh, no.
And we have some brief. I wish there was more audio, but it
Just
really,
brief.
Mike, it really looked like Star Wars because the rockets are just zooming straight at you.
I was recording that. There's another one.
There's America right now. Congratulations, Pony. You got it.
You got it. It's a winner.
You got it. You got a hit. Isn't that nice to have a hit record on the show?
Thanks, Deckman.
He's the best. And let us close with this. Even though it is National Pickleball Day, it is also National Dollar Store Day.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it is National Dollar Store Day.
It's a shame our guy doesn't do it anymore, Family Dollar.
Oh, yeah.
Pickles.
No, I wish that show was still on. That was a great game show.
It was wonderful to
Save
make
to
fun of,
win,
and it's
Mike.
Not,
It was
right,
called Save to Win.
exactly.
But
Family Dollar Sizzles.
Now, when I think of Dollar Store, I always think of this routine from David Spade, who is a personal favorite, talking about things you can get at a dollar store.
And the only thing I thought was weird was the home pregnancy test. Is this for the girl in the regular pharmacy going, I want to find out if I'm pregnant, but I'm not spending more than $1 to find out. I'll just wait. This will sort of figure itself out.
That's all I got, Mike.
That's it. We got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for another fine day on the Mike O'Meara Show. Oscar, safe travels.
Yes,
Thank you.
Careful.
Back from Hyannis, and to you and Shannon, thank you all so much for doing some great shows from up there in New England. We truly appreciate it. We're looking forward to seeing you back in Washington tomorrow. We got to get out of here for Ponyboy Matt Bloom, also Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana. This is Mike O'Meara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Meara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MearaShow.com.
Deckman.
Mike O'Meara, Radio Entertainment.
Who cares? Nobody gives a crap.
Number one, this is disgusting.
I see